What's up, I'm Simone.
And I'm Sierra.
And this is
Up on Game. So today we decided to make a video for you guys just to talk about the issues that are going on now in America. First and foremost, we would like to say that we stand 100% behind the black community. We know what you guys are going through. We are a part of the black community. We understand, and we stand with you guys, and we're fighting with you guys as well. We want to say that first and foremost. Also, we want to just point out that this is not a new issue. Racism and injustice and police brutality against black people is not a new issue at all in America. In the world in general, black people have been oppressed and kicked to the bottom of the barrel since the beginning of time. As a black person, when you're born with the odds stacked against you. You're born, just with just hearing generational stories about how your family or how your grandparents or anything has been unfairly treated in America. So this is nowhere near a new issue, nowhere near a new topic, but we have decided to speak up about it just because this is such a hard time for our community, and we want to speak up and stand for our community.
Yes, and we feel like we have a platform to where we should speak up about it because we have younger people that watch this, and we don't want you guys to get the wrong idea.
Right.
And we want to educate.
Right. So when Simone says the wrong idea, we don't want you guys to think like we hate other races, we black only. Like, we love our people, we're going to stand behind our people, we're going to ride for our people 110%. But it's not, we don't hate other races.
Yeah,
we're against racism, we're against injustice, we're against the system that oppresses us, okay? That's what we're against. We're not against certain people. We're against, people who have done us wrong and who continue to oppress us. That's what we're against, and that's what we're fighting against. Just to be clear.
Super clear.
Right. So let's start off with in a lot of cities around the country, there are protests going on, and let's just speak a little bit about the protests going on.
I actually like the emotion and everything that's going on with the protest. I just want to say, we have to be consistent activists. We can't just do all this protesting and then a week or two later we forget about it, and then the next thing happens. We just have to keep being consistent about it. And then also, too, the thing that disturbs me is that these people are actually protesting peacefully. It's just the fact that the people that's supposed to quote-unquote protect and serve are giving these people a curfew, and they're on megaphones warning them that if they don't leave by a certain time that they will use force through weapons and chemicals.
Right.
And then you have to think there's children out there. There's children. Why would you say that and there's children out there and that's going to affect them?
Innocent people are out there as well.
Yeah.
Police and, they're supposed to be here to protect and serve, and they have failed to do that for our community. At these protests, some people are mad about the protests. Why are you guys looting? Why are you guys doing this and that? But I think, me personally, I think you can't tell people how to express themselves and show their emotions. Over the years, 400 years, we've been being poked, and provoked, okay? So when it boils over, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? How could you be mad? Be mad at the people who passed away. Be mad at the fact that people are getting killed for no reason. Be mad at the fact that people are getting the police called on them because they are black. Be mad at the fact that people are scared of black people. Be mad at the fact that you get pulled over and you're black, the police come to your car with their gun already pointed at you. Be mad at that. Don't be mad at the fact. Don't be mad at the reaction. Be mad at the problem. Go ahead.
Because if you don't think that's a problem, you're the problem.
Right.
You're for sure the problem.
So the problem is how we're treated. It's not the reaction. That's what people are getting. A lot of people are focused on the reaction. How did we get here? We didn't just start looting just because,
Yeah.
We didn't start protesting and getting mad and showing our emotions and going out on the streets and yelling and screaming and, doing all this for no reason. There's something that leads up to that. So if you fix what leads up to the reaction, there won't be any reaction. It won't be looting and all this riots and all this stuff if there wasn't a problem.
And then people should be lucky that we're not looking at it as an eye for an eye, because if you want to take it there, it will be really bloodshed on both sides.
Right.
And we're not asking for a war. We're not asking for bloodshed. We're just asking to be seen as equals.
Right.
And then we've been seeing ever since the Constitution's been written, 3/5 of a person.
Right.
Wait, scratch that. Like after the little slavery time, 3/5 of a person. So if you do math, 3/5 is 60%.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
Right. So like I said before, we have been oppressed. We have been put down. We have been facing injustice since the beginning of time, and we are tired, and we are fighting back.
Yep.
Okay. So we're gonna talk about, since we're on the topic of the protests going on. We're going to talk about the Huntington Beach protests versus the protests that are going on now against police brutality. So, for you guys that don't know, they're not from California or LA, or haven't heard, 2 weeks ago there was a protest in Huntington Beach, and most of those protesters were white people, and they were protesting because they wanted the stay-at-home order to be lifted. You know, during this pandemic, we had to stay at home, no gyms. And
beaches were closed.
Right, so they wanted that to be lifted. At their protest, we're going to show a picture of the different pictures of both protests and different videos as well. At their protest, they were very vocal, they had a lot of emotions. They were in police officers' faces. They were fighting. You know, not physically fighting, but they were fighting with their words and expressing themselves with a lot of emotion because they wanted the stay-at-home order to be lifted. And as Americans, you have your right to protest. Whatever you want to protest about, whatever it is, you have your right to go out there and do that. So let's fast forward to, 2 weeks later to today, and the protests are majority minority.
Right, and then
it's white people as well, but it's majority minority protesting.
And then the difference is, if you look back at that beach protest, the police are on bicycles. You know, they're just in their calm, like where. But the protest with the police brutality, they in full army mode.
Right, they're
in
calling
the cars.
The National Guard is getting called in. People are getting shot with
rubber bullets.
And still in the protests are mixed with minorities, and there's some white people and people from different races as well. They're at the protest, and we've seen videos on social media of, you know, black people still getting beat, pushed, shot with rubber bullets,
tasered,
arrested, everything, and there's white people there as well, and they are getting pushed to the side, like, you know, oh, watch out, ma'am, let me get this black person, let me arrest them, let me do this and this and that to them, and that just shows you that it's still, like, that's another, you know, fact, like, it's just showing you that there's still injustice, you know, there's another point, like, that's the point we're trying to make. Even in our protests, even when we're trying to speak up and fight against this, you guys are still being, you know, racist. You guys are still oppressing us, because if it's black and white people, Hispanic people, whatever, out there protesting, everybody, if you're going to be violent with everybody. Don't be violent at all. Black people, you know, we don't condone, we don't want it to be violent. We don't want police to be beat on the protesters. But, you know, it's just to be fair. Like, if you're going to arrest black protesters, arrest the white protesters as well. You know, all we're asking is to be treated like a human.
Yeah.
And we're begging and we're crying and we're pleading to be treated like human, and that isn't fair at all.
And it's just crazy because even though we're going through all this, black people are still thriving.
Right.
Still thriving.
Still doing what we gotta do, still fight. Even when sorry not to cut you off, even as we, like I said from the beginning, being born with the odds stacked against us, we still find ways to succeed. We're so strong, we're so powerful as a people.
And on that note, let's go into it on the athletic side.
Right.
Because I know with the previous incidents that led up to this, we've been on teams before where it was like we couldn't really protest the way we want to just because we represent a entire school, you know. So like, I like the emotion and everything that's coming along with this, but since that's still that still is like effective for a lot of other people, because there are athletes and stuff that are still at these schools, and the schools are probably telling them, you know, to think about the university as a whole. Just pay attention to the people that you consider higher up, like your coaches and the people in your department, because if they haven't publicly released a statement saying that racism is not okay, or y'all haven't had a team discussion through text, via phone call or anything, just open your eyes, because being neutral is not cool at this point.
If you neutral, you against it.
Yeah.
That's just fact. But I think, as like Simone said, that's a great point. As a student athlete, if you're about to go to college, even if you're in college, whatever your situation is, look at how your coaches and your staff and the people that are over your program, how they're reacting to this situation. Like if you're black, your coach should be. You want to play for a coach that's going to ride for you and is going to stand up for you and is going to protect you.
On and off campus.
On and off the court, on and off campus in any situation. That's the type of program you should want to be in. And if you feel like the program you're in or whatever situation that you're about to go into is not doing that for you, do not go there. The coaches, at the end of the day, programs and coaches, they need players. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You have the ability to choose where you want to go a lot of the time. Okay?
Yeah.
So make sure that you pay attention to who's standing up for you, who's in public. It's easy to text. It's easy to do it in private. Okay?
Well, you should be doing both. You should be doing both.
No, but it's easy to do it in private. It's easy to tell somebody, "Oh, I'm with you" in private. No, let everybody know that I'm riding with you. This is my player. This is whatever, and I'm gonna ride with you, and I'm standing up for you. And I may not be the same race as you, or I may have gone through the same things as you have, but I'm gonna stand up for you because what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. You want to play for a coach like that. You want to be around a program like that. Don't let these colleges and these coaches use you, because a lot of the times, I'm gonna put a quote up there that I saw. It was along the lines of a lot of programs make money and recruit a lot of black players, but they don't want to stand up when in times like this of injustice.
Right.
So make sure you go into a program that's going to ride for you.
And then you got to hold your coach accountable, because let me tell you something. Your coach going to make sure you make that layup, or make sure you get that tackle, or get that goal and stuff. So you need to hold them accountable, because they're supposed to represent you on campus.
Right.
They're a part of you too.
Right. So with that being said, we don't know if racism will ever end. It probably won't. But all we do know is that we're at a point as the black community that we're going to stand up, that we're going to fight, that we're going to use our voices, that we're going to use our actions, to fight for what we deserve. We will continue to fight. We've been fighting since forever, and we're going to continue to fight. We won't stop
fighting. And we still going to thrive.
Right. We're strong people, and we're going to make it happen. So thank you guys for tuning in.
Black Lives Matter.
To this video, Black Lives Matter. Make sure you guys stay safe. To protesting, stay safe. Stay healthy, and keep standing up for what you believe in. Okay?
Yeah, thank you guys. Spreading the knowledge.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Peace.